I remember a time years ago when I was waiting for something big. I felt God had promised me a certain ministry opportunity, but nothing was happening. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. I prayed, I fasted, I tried to make things happen myself. We get impatient, we want God to work on our schedule, not His. But God's timing is always perfect, even when we don't understand it. He knows what He's doing. It was a frustrating season. I'd wake up thinking, today's the day. And then, nothing. It felt like I was stuck in spiritual quicksand. The more I struggled, the deeper I seemed to sink into disappointment. I would compare myself to others. I'd see them moving forward, and I'd wonder, God, what about me? But during that long wait, God taught me something so valuable. He taught me to find peace, the waiting. He showed me that my soul truly finds rest in Him alone. Learning this changed everything for me. It helped me to relax and let God be God. David goes on to say in Psalm 62 verses 1 and 2, He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be greatly shaken. Think about that word rock. What does a rock represent? It represents strength. It represents stability. It's something solid that you can stand on. It doesn't move when the wind blows or the storms come. God is that rock for you and for me. He is our firm foundation. He is the one thing that will never change. When everything around you feels like it's shifting and uncertain, God is your rock. When people let you down, He won't. When your plans fall apart, His plans are still in motion. He is the constant in a world full of variables. This isn't just a nice idea, it's a powerful truth. You can build your life on Him. You can lean on Him with all your weight. He can handle it. He is strong enough. He is dependable. He is always there. And David says He is also our salvation. That means He's our rescuer. He's the one who delivers us. Now, David wasn't living in a bubble. He had enemies. He faced real opposition. In verses 3 and 4 he talks about them. He asks, How long will you attack a man? You shall be slain, all of you, like a leaning wall and a tottering fence. He's describing people who are trying to bring him down, people who are full of negativity and destructive intent. Maybe you can relate to that. Sometimes it feels like people or even circumstances are constantly pushing against you. These enemies, David says, they only consult to cast him down from his high position. They delight in lies, they bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly. Wow, that's pretty descriptive, isn't it? People who say nice things to your face but are plotting against you behind your back. People who spread falsehoods and try to damage your reputation. It's painful. It's hard to deal with. It can make you feel vulnerable and attacked. It can make you want to hide or fight back in your own strength. It's important to recognize that we all face opposition in different forms. It might be a difficult person at work. David repeats a very important idea in verses 5 and 6. He says, My soul waits silently for God alone, for my expectation is from Him. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be moved. Notice he's talking to his own soul. Sometimes you have to preach to yourself. You have to remind your own soul where your help comes from. You have to tell your emotions to line up with God's truth. Don't let your feelings run the show. Wait silently for God alone. That word alone is so important. It means we're not putting our hope in people. We're not putting our hope in our circumstances changing. We're not putting our hope in our own efforts. Our true, deep, lasting expectation comes from God and God alone. When we really get this, it changes everything. It frees us from so much anxiety and frustration. It allows us to rest. It allows us to be still and know that He is God. And again, David declares, He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. He's reinforcing this truth in his own heart. It's like he's saying, don't forget this, soul. In verse 8, David gives us some powerful practical advice. He says, trust in Him at all times, you people. Pour out your heart before Him. God is a refuge for us. Selah, let's break that down. Trust in Him at all times. Not just when things are going well. Not just when you feel like it, but always. In the good times, trust Him with gratitude. In the hard times, trust Him for strength and deliverance. Trust Him when you understand, and trust Him when you don't. Then he says, pour out your heart before Him. This is so important. God doesn't want us to pretend everything is okay when it's not. He wants us to be real with Him. He wants us to bring Him our hurts, our fears, our frustrations, our disappointments. Pouring out your heart means being honest and open. It means telling Him exactly how you feel. Don't hold back. He can handle it. He already knows what's in your heart anyway. He just wants you to share it with Him. Why should we do this? Because God is a refuge for us. A refuge is a place of safety. David then shifts his focus to warn us about misplaced trust. In verse 9 he says, "Surely men of low degree are a vapor, men of high degree are a lie. If they are weighed in the balances, they are altogether lighter than vapor." He's saying that human beings, whether they are poor and unknown or rich and powerful, are not where our ultimate trust should lie. People are fallible. People can disappoint. People are temporary, like a breath or a puff of steam. This isn't to say that we shouldn't love or value people. Of course we should. But our ultimate security cannot come from them. If we put all our hope in another person, we are setting ourselves up for disappointment. Even the best people can let us down, not because they are bad, but because they are human. Their strength is limited. Their wisdom is limited. Only God is limitless. Only God is completely trustworthy. He is the only one who will never fail us. Section 7. The truth about real power. It belongs to God. Psalm 62:11a. David makes a profound statement in verse 11. He says, "God has spoken once, twice I have heard this, that power belongs to God." Think about that. God has made it clear. He doesn't mumble, he doesn't stutter. He has spoken, and David has heard it confirmed. All true power, all ultimate authority rests with God. Not with kings or presidents, not with bosses or bullies, not with wealth or armies. Power belongs to God. This is a foundational truth we must grasp. When we understand that power belongs to God, it changes our perspective on everything. It means that no person, no problem, no circumstance is more powerful than our God. The things that try to intimidate us are subject to His authority. The challenges that seem insurmountable are not too big for Him. He spoke the universe into existence. He holds all things together by the word of His power. That's the God we serve. That's the God who is on our side. Section 8. Steadfast love, God's unfailing mercy. Psalm 62:12a. After establishing that power belongs to God, David reveals another crucial aspect of God's character in verse 12. He says, "Also to you, O Lord, belongs mercy." In many translations, that word mercy is rendered as loving kindness or steadfast love or unfailing love. This is so important. God is not just powerful, He is also loving. His power is always wielded in conjunction with His perfect love and compassion. This is incredibly comforting. Think about what unfailing love means. It means His love doesn't quit, it doesn't give up on you, it doesn't depend on your performance, it's not here today and gone tomorrow. God's love is constant, it is steadfast, it is loyal. Even when we mess up, even when we stray, His love pursues us. His mercy is always available to us when we turn to Him. This is the beautiful heart of our God. He is strong, yes, but He is also incredibly tender. Sometimes when we think about God's power, we might feel a little intimidated. Section 9. Living a life that honors Him. Psalm 62:12b. The second part of verse 12 gives us another important piece of the puzzle. After saying that power and mercy belong to God, David concludes, "For you render to each one according to his work." Now this isn't about earning our salvation. We know that salvation is a free gift from God received through faith in Jesus Christ. We can never do enough good works to deserve it. That's grace, that's the good news of the gospel. We are saved by His mercy, not by our efforts. So what does this mean, you render to each one according to his work? It speaks to the principle of sowing and reaping in the Christian life. It speaks to rewards for faithful service. God sees how we live, He sees our choices, He sees our attitudes. He sees whether we are living for Him or for ourselves. And He is a just God. He will reward faithfulness. He will reward those who diligently seek to honor Him with their lives. Section 10. Standing strong, embracing God's strength every day. So what can we take away from this incredible Psalm 62? How can we apply these truths to our everyday lives? First, remember that your soul can truly find rest in God alone. Stop striving in your own strength. Learn to wait silently and expectantly for Him. He is your rock, your salvation, and your defense. When you build your life on Him, you will not be easily shaken. You can stand firm no matter what storms come your way. This is a daily choice. Second, don't be surprised when troubles or opposition come. David faced it, and we will too. But don't let it topple you. Keep your eyes on God, not on your enemies or your problems. Trust Him at all times. Pour out your heart to Him. He is your refuge, your safe place. He understands, He cares, and He is more powerful than anything or anyone that comes against you. Run to Him, not away from Him, when life gets hard. Third, be careful where you place your trust. Don't rely on people, possessions, or power for your ultimate security. These things are temporary and can fail you.